Good morning, friends. Today I'm going to make a video in daylight because both kids are at school, so I can actually do that. I'm pretty happy about it. And I'd like to talk to you about the things I've learned so far trying to start a small-scale creative business. I've written a blog post about it, which is quite detailed, so you can go and check it out if you want. I'll put a link on my blog. That's the nonhiphippies.org is the address. But I thought, okay, some of you enjoy more watching videos rather than reading, so I'm going to do a version of it for you here. So disclaimer, I've not become rich from my Etsy shop or anything even close to that. I'm really at the phase that I'm just now trying to build my business. And this includes many different things. So first I'd like to explain a bit why I chose to set up my web shop on Etsy. The main reason is that people are already there, so the clients are there, people are going there to look for handmade objects, like art objects or just craft supplies, all kinds of handmade things related to handmade things and handwork. So it's really relevant to what I make, because I make educational children's toys like Waldorf toys, and people are looking for them there because most Waldorf toys, especially the dolls, are actually one of a kind. So that's the place to go if you want to buy one. And the second reason is that it has a very nice layout, it's beautifully set up. While making a website that looks so nice and neat and clean, it would require quite a high budget to pay someone to do it. So that was the other reason, and the commission fees that they charge are reasonable in my personal estimation. So that's why I chose Etsy. Etsy also offers great support both for customers and for people selling their things there. They have a very nice beginner's guide, starter's book, which I did not have the chance to dive in just yet, but I've lived through it, and it has a lot of information for new sellers on all kinds of topics, like from pricing, how to get good pictures, which is super important, how to explore the different options that you have when you are making a listing renewals, shipping costs, all kinds of things. So if you're starting now, I highly recommend, do not be like me, just sit down and read the thing. I've also gotten a really nice book from my friend Pauline that's about how to turn your Etsy hobby business into a actually thriving proper business. But the thing is, I don't right now, because I'm so eager to make things, to make products, I don't really have time to read. So what I do instead is, while I'm crafting, like here in my studio, I will put YouTube videos that talk about this. So I found a few YouTube channels that I liked, which talk about how to thrive in Etsy, or how to get started, which is more relevant for me at the moment. So I thought I'd make a little video to tell you the basic things that I've learned so far. Number one is take good pictures. That's super important because we are very visually trained, all of us now at the moment, in this consumerism world that we live in. You just look at the picture, and if your pictures are not on par with the pictures of the other people selling on Etsy, then people will just skip your product. So make sure that there is proper lighting, that you can really see the product, put as many pictures of the product as possible, so a client can see it from all sides and doesn't think looks good in this angle, but is it really nice or not? So leave no doubt, just take pictures from all sides. Styled scenes help a lot. Number two is to fill up your Etsy shop with things, fill your inventory, because if someone goes into an Etsy shop and they see one or two objects, they're like, okay, are these people taking their business seriously or not? And I've actually seen in a video that even Etsy, the algorithms that they use, they don't really promote shops that have only a few objects, because they're not sure if the sellers are taking their business seriously. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but better safe than sorry. So what people recommend is having at least 40 objects for sale, 40 to 100. And if you're in a very busy niche, for example, if you sell illustrations or jewelry, that's huge competition, then having hundreds is more what you should do. And the reason is that Etsy is actually a search machine, much like Google. So if you have only a few items in your shop, it's like a drop in the ocean. You will never be found. So it's really a matter of being found in the searches. Advice number 3 is have like a range of prices, like cheap things, also more high and more expensive things, because then people can be drawn to your shop and buy something that's cheap but still really nice, and then they will look around and then they might end up getting the more high-end products that you offer. And that's why I make my dolls that I really enjoy making, and it's so much fun. But I also now offer illustrations, which I also like to make, and I can sell them for like lower price, and then they're more affordable than the dolls. And then number 4 is to actually also offer variations of your products. So if I have an illustration, for example, you can buy a print that I'm sending to you. You can buy a print that you just print at home on your printer, or you can buy the original artwork, and then you give people different options. Also sizes, you can offer different sizes for an illustration, again as an example. Then something else that is quite important is like the SEO, so the search engine optimization. We are talking about tags here. So you want to use relevant tags that people are searching for. There are tools, I've heard a lot about Marmalade, where you actually can enter like the keywords that you're using and see if people are searching for them or not. And you can use them in your titles and also in the tags that you put in your listings. That's not only for Etsy shops, but also if you make a listing on Amazon, for example, or eBay, or I don't know what other selling websites there are out there available. So do your research about your keywords. And another thing I found out is like titles, don't make them really long-winded. Maybe you think it's good to have all your keywords in there, but actually if it's like a title that's very clear and people are searching for that term, it is better, like you show up faster. Another really good advice that's counterintuitive, it was at least for me, is do not bother to pay for ads on Etsy or Facebook until your products actually start to sell. Because if people have not discovered your product and they don't want your product and they don't know your product, ads won't do much for you. But if people have started like buying your products and you know which products they prefer, and then there's a holiday coming up, for example like Christmas, or I don't know, another celebration like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, then putting an ad that will promote your products can actually help and bring more people in. Otherwise you're just wasting your money. That's my understanding so far, at least, of the whole ads idea. Then it's social media. Of course, you want to promote your product, and depending on what your product is, you have to find like the relevant groups to promote to. What I'm using right now, because I am creating Waldorf toys, I've joined a few Waldorf groups on Facebook, and I'm following like Waldorf people on the Instagram. I'm not using Pinterest, but that's because I am using Pinterest like myself, but I'm not promoting my products on Pinterest because I just don't have time to do it all. So I've chosen to do Instagram and Facebook at the moment, and Facebook groups as well, like to promote what I'm doing, and of course my blog and the YouTube videos. So for now I just cannot invest more time in that, but it is important. The other advice is a mailing list. It can work wonders. I still have to set up mine, but everyone who has been successful on Etsy recommends it. And also it's in Amanda Palmer's book, The Art of Asking. Like she says that her most valuable asset was actually, and still is, her mailing list. Because then you can send to people offers, you can remind them of your products, you can make them feel special by offering like discount codes only to the members of your mailing list. And you'll connect a bit with your like fan base, let's call it. So mailing list, it's important, but it is also important to put energy and work in making like fun emails that are fun to read. Otherwise people will quickly unsubscribe, and then that's that. What else? Like mailing list, we talked about that. Promoting your business. Yeah, I think these are the most important things that I've learned so far. Oh, markets, of course, like joining markets, like craft markets, art markets, whatever, seasonal markets, and then talking to the people, like connecting with people, interacting with people, like showing your face. People love to know who is the creator, who is the crafter behind the thing that they're taking into their home. They want to take something that comes with positive energy. Engage with your customers or potential customers. Ask them for feedback. Ask them what kind of things they would like to see in your shop online or at the markets. That's also very, very crucial. And I think the last piece of advice that I have to share with you was shared with me by a friend of mine who has been quite successful in his own small business, is to actually be authentic and stick to your gut feeling. Sometimes people might come and have a great idea to give you advice, but if it's not your idea and if you're not 100% convinced, you cannot actually implement it successfully, and then you end up getting frustrated with yourself and getting bitter with the person who suggested it. Well, it might actually be a great idea, but if it's not yours, it doesn't always work out well. So just stick to your vision. Make sure you have a clear vision as well. And I want to add the last one because it would be really a shame to leave it out. And that is to find your people, like find your tribe, find like a specific group of people, target a specific group of people that are your clients, that are interested in your products. Because then you don't only have clients, you really have a community built around you and around your product. And even on times that business doesn't go well, you still get inspired by your community and encouraged. And it's not just about money, it's about people. And then when people are there, money will eventually come. And of course, what everyone is saying, and I really believe in it, is give it time. It won't happen overnight. You have to invest your energy there. You have to work hard. It's not free money. Etsy or any other selling platform is not free money. It might be short term, but you need to give it time to really to allow people to find you and for you to find yourself and to find what you really enjoy creating. And yeah, just let things simmer for a bit until everything is ready to enjoy. So I hope this little video has been helpful for you, and do feel free to comment your own insights, because it's the beginning of my journey. I'm also learning, and I would just love to hear how it went for you and the do's and don'ts of this whole adventure. It was nice chatting to you, and hope you also start chatting with me in the comment section. And see you next time.